Alright, welcome to the channel. My name is Shannon. On this channel, we're going to be discussing things that pertain to hunting, fishing, outdoors, scouting, auto repair, or, a variety of different things. Whatever's going on. So anyways, I kind of, on this episode, wanted to do a gear review and my experience with that gear. So, one of the things I want to discuss is Sitka gear, okay? That's what I chose to use. I researched a bunch of it online, watched a lot of YouTube videos. I'd never used Sitka before. I just used regular Mozzie Oak or something like that, or Cabela's or something. But so I thought, well, I'll try Sitka, So I looked into it, checked it out, bought a number of things. So one of the things I want to talk about that I tried, that I found out was pretty good, and I liked, was this Core Lightweight Crew Short Sleeve. Let's see here if I can magnify this a little bit. I don't know how well you can see that, but anyways, this t-shirt, anyways, you can go to their website. Anyway, so this t-shirt, it's like a lightweight, breathable, air wick type shirt in this elevated 2 camo, which I think is pretty good for a camo pattern. But it has this stuff called polygenic odor control technology. So, make a long story short, I wore this shirt for like 4 days consecutively before I ever went hunting to see if it would retain odor. And I wore it for 4 days to work and around here and doing things, hot and sweaty, at work. And after 4 days of wearing this, I took showers in between, but after 4 days of wearing this to work and stuff, you could smell it, and it did not have no human odor, body odor, except for like a little bit here, but that's it. It was, it's really good for that. Maybe a deer or dog could smell it, maybe, but as far as like a human being able to smell it, no. It works really well. So, and the best way to wash a lot of this Sitka gear, because I have this, and I have I have the heavyweight long john bottoms and the Core lightweight long john bottoms, and I have the Fanatic hoodie. Here it is. It's on sale right now for $150, so that's pretty good price if anybody's interested. It's slightly breathable, but it's thicker, heavyweight, but it also has that polygenic odor control. That stuff seems to work pretty well. It's good not to retain body odor, unlike cotton or wool. Anyways, so I tried a lot of other stuff. So the best way to wash it is I wash it in a tote, cold water, about yay deep, with, hold on, let me see if I can't find it. It's a Phase by Phase 2 laundry detergent by Illusion Systems. Only comes in this size bottle, but they have body wash, you know, Phase 1, 2, 3. Anyways, this stuff works pretty good in my opinion as far as getting rid of your scent. Their approach is different. You don't just spray something on top of you. You wash it out, you know, like of your laundry and body wash, shampoo. You get all that stuff off of you. They don't have any spray. They have some field foam. But it works pretty good. So I wash this, cold water, put pretty good water this in there, stuff generously. Soaked in cold water, wash it by hand, wring it out, hung dry. And, you know, and it done pretty well, you know, hung dry in my apartment, 70 degrees. You can hang it in your basement or wherever you think would be good. But that's the best way to wash it. If you put it in a dryer or something, it's going to get like little beads on it, and it might shrink. That's another thing with Sitka gear. You might have some trouble with fitting properly. If you can go somewhere like Cabela's or someplace that hasn't tried on, that would be my recommendation, to try to find what size fits. Because if you wear a medium might not fit. If you wear a large, it might be too small, or, you know, so it's best just to go there. But this stuff seems to work pretty good. And I don't rinse it off with water. I just wring it out in the detergent water and hang dry it and wring it out periodically to get the water out so it's completely dry. Now, if you're out hunting, you may have to go to like a laundry mat or something, or at a hotel. But, you know, you don't have time to hang dry. But, you know, just light heat. But you're going to have a beading issue unless you hang dry. I didn't have that issue with hang drying it. Anyways, that stuff works really well. If you get real dirty or something, maybe you need like a Arm & Hammer unscented. Something's got a little bit more cleaning power, because I don't know how well this cleans if you get dirt and stuff on your clothes. So I use that, and then I might follow up with this to get odor out, and the body wash stuff. Seems to work real well. I use unscented face wash for my face, but like the body wash and the shampoo and the detergent, it's good to wash, you know, use it several times before you even go hunting, wash your stuff. Maybe you leave it outside, air dry, get it sent out. It's a pretty good approach to it. And like I said before, you don't want to eat and drink when you're out in the field. You want to try to keep your scent down. You don't want to have to use the restroom or any of those things. But so I use this stuff, Sitka gear. They do have like the Fanatic line. They have the Stratus line, the Equinox line, the Traverse line, and the Fanatic. The Fanatic, that's the heavy duty. It's on sale for $350. That's a reasonable price, so it's worth buying. This stuff is warm. It's not waterproof. You can get a little bit wet, but the issue I had was it was heavy wet snow, and it was persistent for several hours, and it started to really get wet. And I don't know how long it would have held out. I had like 2.5 miles to trek through the woods and carry stuff, and I didn't know if I was gonna be dry when I got there. And I was trying to avoid getting hypothermia or anything. It was pretty cold too, and windy. But anyways, this is pretty good stuff. Wind blocker, Vortex Phenium. It's really good. You know, really harsh conditions, you kind of need pretty good gear if you're going to be out in the elements for hours at a time. So that's why I invest in it. And usually, more material, more money. But it's definitely warm. With the proper underlayers or layering system, you can YouTube a lot of that. It's pretty good. It's just a little pricey, but you know, maybe you can keep it for several years, so it's worth it versus buying cheap stuff. I mean, it just depends on your budget, but this, if you have the money and you can wait and save up and buy something like this, it's worth it. Because other than it not being waterproof, maybe carry a poncho or something if it gets real bad, but it will keep you warm and keep the wind off of you. Okay, so we'll go back on this later. So I mentioned before of me going back to Tiffany Bottoms and maybe setting up some cameras. So I'm looking at the Browning cameras. They got good reviews. They're supposed to be pretty good. And again, I don't like buying cheap stuff because in my experience, you buy something cheap. Yeah, it's cheaper and it may work okay, but then you have to replace it the following year. I don't want to have to keep doing that. I want to keep it for several years. But anyway, so I was looking at these various cameras. You know, you can go to their website and check them out. But the ones I really was more interested in was the cellular one, since it's like a 5-hour drive. So the Defender line, this one's out of stock on their webpage, but you might be able to find it from a retailer somewhere. But this one's pretty good. It's got a protective case because sometimes animals try to chew on them and stuff. But and plus, you know, people can steal it. So this one I think would be pretty good. It's like $200 or something for one, and you need to use an SD card and all that stuff. But they have some other ones that are much cheaper that let me see if I can find it on here. I know it's on here, or they make it. Anyways, these are decent cameras for what they are. They got pretty good reviews and good image quality, and if you use the right batteries, they'll last a long time. So anyways, so I'm thinking about putting those out. And another thing I'm thinking about using is Go Hunt. It's kind of like Onyx, but Go Hunt is supposed to be pretty good too. It's like a hunting app mapping system. You know, e-scouting as they call it. So it might be pretty good. I don't know. It's like for a year membership. Yeah, they have different ones, but it's like $150 or something for this one. Onyx, I think, is like $100. They got cheaper ones, but like to get all the features, it's a little bit more. Oh, annually, it's $150. 50. You just get billed once, you don't pay monthly. But it's got mapping systems and stuff. They have Onyx, they have trail maps and stuff like that too. So if you don't hunt, and ATV trails and stuff too. Anyways, so those are a few things that I'm looking into. Like I said, this stuff good for body odor, cleaning out your laundry. I think it works really well. It'd be nice if they had bigger bottles of it. This is my water coffee, is what I call it. I try to stay hydrated and woke up. While I'm thinking of it, and I see it right here. This is a headlamp I use. It uses these little batteries. I got another one. Rechargeable. The one in this, I don't think it's rechargeable, but you can charge it while it's hooked up. It has a USB and I don't know what kind of mini HDMI or something. But you can charge it up and charge this one. I don't know how long it'll last. It has different settings, and the higher lumens you use, the more battery it's going to use, so it's not going to last as long. That's another thing. When I was talking about hunting, and if it's late in the evening and gets dark soon, you know, me walking 2.5 miles, maybe farther if I have to track the deer down, I don't know how long those would last, you know. So, you know, that's one of the bad things, because coyotes, they really are an issue. You know, not afraid of them, it's just I don't want them to get my deer, you know. You know, I'll kick them, hit them, stab them, whatever I have to if I had to, but usually they're scared of humans. They won't bother you. It's just, but they will eat your deer, and you have to get to it. Unless you just want the antlers, but that's not me. I want the whole thing. Yeah, they will eat all the way up to about here. They will eat everything quickly. Overnight, it's gone, depending on how big the pack is. But yeah, so that's a pretty good lamp. I didn't have no issues with it. I used as much daylight as I could till it got to where I couldn't see at all, which I covered pretty much a lot of ground. But so that's the review on some of this stuff. I have other stuff, you know. I use a Hoyt bow. I use Easton FMG arrows. The lighter one's like 458 grains total with a broadhead, and the heavier one's like 472. But I might be going to try some different arrows with different spine. See how well they do at like 60 yards, 80 yards. See how far, how accurate I can get them at that distance. Because I think these ones, when they get to 40 yards, they start dropping. I have to aim pretty high to hit a 60-yard target where I want. So, anyways, I also looked at other things. You know, there's another place below Tiffany Bottoms called Nelson Trevino. It's very comparable to Tiffany Bottoms, but there's a lot more water and stuff there. So again, you need a kayak or a boat with a motor, small one. You know, flat bottom. You don't want something that's going to tip over or get hung up on something, because it can be low-lying areas. But that's what you would need to get around in that area. Yeah, I'm thinking about going back shed hunting, maybe middle of March. Put up some trail cameras and stuff, just to see deer activity. You know, they won't have racks on them or anything, but I prefer the cellular ones. That way I can see if anybody's tampering with them. There's other people that go in there. It's public hunting land, but I think I kind of scouted out an area, Google Earth, that I might want to check out some nearby there. It's deeper inside, so I don't think people maybe will bother too much. But yeah, maybe we can find that 8-point again. Of course, there is antlers, you know. But I don't know if I'm going to go to Trimpula or not. Maybe next month. Things just didn't work out. I thought maybe I could go this weekend, you know, during Thanksgiving and stuff. But it's about a 3.5-hour drive. I need to get there early, and my work schedule interferes with that. So, anyways, thank you for coming check my channel out, watching my videos. And like I said, I'm gonna put more up. I'm gonna try to do a better job at improving my channel, using better camera stuff. But you know, a little at a time. You know, I don't have that kind of money, but you know, we'll see what we can do. So, this is Shannon. I'll see you later.